We got Thiago Moises back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Joel Alvarez at UFC Fight Night on November 13th. Thiago, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
Doing awesome. Great seeing you back in the cage here. Was this the right amount of time off from your last fight to this fight?
Yes, it was the right amount of time. I had time to rest and think the things that didn't work out as I would like to. In my last fight, I'm working on a couple of things, improve my game, get better.
You fought a really tough guy in Islam. Do you take any pride knowing that you went to the fourth round with him and Islam just defeated Dan Hooker in the first round this past weekend?
Yeah, of course, I wanted to win my last fight against Islam. He's a very tough guy. I think he's one of the hardest fights at lightweight right now. Yes, I think I did pretty okay job, fighting with him 4 rounds. I grew a lot as a fighter, after my last fight with Islam. And I have a lot of room to grow. I'm still 26 years old. I know that I'm gonna become a champion one day. I could see after that fight. Especially being there with Islam. A guy that I think it's one of the best lightweight right now. So yeah, I take that positive side. Especially after seeing his fights against Hooker this past weekend. Man, he made it look easy. So.
Yeah.
So we can see his level after this fight.
Yeah, were you surprised he finished Hooker that quickly? Because I think that was Hooker's first submission loss since 2012. It had been a while.
To be honest with you, I wasn't surprised that he submitted Hooker that quickly, because Hooker's more than a striker, and I was sure that he would have trouble with the grappling aspect. A guy I think that would give Isla tough match. I think one of the toughest matchups for Isla, I think, would be Benil Dariush, because of the style, specifically. Yeah.
Let's get back to you, though. Really formidable opponent here, Joel Alvarez, 18-2 record. Style-wise, how do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
I think it's a pretty good matchup. I think I match up really well against most of the lightweights, because I'm a well-rounded fighter, so I can adapt that very well. So I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Training camp, American Top Team, there's a lot of different training partners. Who are you mainly getting to work with heading into this fight?
Man, I'm working a lot with Renato Moicano because of the reach. He's tall as well, so, and he has good grappling, good striking, so he can give me all the looks.
Good.
I'm going to be ready.
Yeah, no, we can't wait. And the weight cut, I imagine that's going well ahead of this fight?
Yeah, that's going super smooth. I want to give a shout out to UFC PI and Charles, the Inger dietitian. He's helping me a lot with my diet, so weight cuts going super easy.
Have you how long have you used the PI for your weight cutting? I feel like this is something new, is it not?
Nah, I have been using the PI for fight week, all the UFC food for fight week, but since my last 2 fights, they are with me for the whole camp. So
oh, cool.
It's much easier. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't have to cook anything, which is great. Who's going to be in your corner?
They are in my weights. It's very it's lower. Eating good and feeding good.
That's great. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
For this fight, it's going to be Marcos da Mata, Vitelmo, Catel, and my father.
Oh, your father. Oh, that I think that's something new, is it not? Has he been in your corner before?
No, yeah. He was my first striking coach back in Brazil, back in the day. He is the guy who introduced me to martial arts. But since I moved to America, it was hard for him to come to all my fights. Then we had the COVID. So, but now I'm happy that he'll be back in the corner. He's gonna get here on Tuesday, and he's gonna stay. I think 1 or 2 days after my fight, so we can enjoy Vegas a little bit, and then he's gonna be back to Brazil.
It's great. How do you see the fight playing out on November 13th?
I see me finishing this guy and controlling all the aspects of this fight, even striking and the grappling as well.
How many more fights do you have in your UFC contract? Do you know?
I have four more UFC fights. My contract just got a new deal, before my next fight.
Great. So this is the first fight on the new deal, I would take it, right?
Yes, first fight the new deal, yeah.
That's got to feel good because you lost your last fight and the UFC decided to re-sign you. So that, I mean, obviously they're investing in you, which is great. So you must be really happy about that.
Yeah, I'm very happy for the UFC. They are treating me really well. So I'm very happy to be part of the UFC. Always this was my dream since I was a little kid. And I'm happy that just living my dream, living my best life. I can say that.
Yeah, no, that's great, and I'm sure a nice pay bump as well. I would think because obviously your I think your last deal was your first contract, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, that was my second. Now I got a third contract.
There
and I had 3 pretty good wins. Pretty really solid names. Then I main event against Islam. So I think I'm in a good place right now.
I'd say so. That's nice to have a new contract. Before we get out of here, I got to ask you, I follow you on Instagram, and there was that, I don't know if it was a commercial or something you filmed on your Instagram about getting up early in the morning. What was that? Right. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person, so everybody related to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have train 10 a.m. So, and I think it's late, and I like training later in the day, So.
Okay. What time? I'm just curious. What time do you go to bed normally?
I usually I don't sleep late, So I go around 10:30.
Okay. And then what time do you get up? What time do you like waking up?
I get up 8 a.m.
Okay, that's not bad.
I know if because we train too much, sometimes we get 8-9 hours of sleep and we still wake up tired. So.
Yeah. No, you got to find that fine balance. That's for sure as well. And before we go, I always ask this question: what are you watching on TV these days? And by the way, I know I say it every interview, but your English, man, is so good. It's crazy. Just a couple of years ago that I remember us me having to say my question slower, but I can have a regular conversation with you now. It's crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm watching. I like cooking shows. Not as much because I'm eating pretty good right now, so. Mm-hmm. I'm not starving anything crazy. Thanks to UFCPI and Charles.
Yes, for making the meals, yeah.
But I'm watching still watching. I like MasterChef Brazil. It's a pretty good show. I like watching that, and I was watching Round 6.
Okay.
On Netflix. I didn't like too much, but Squid Game.
Oh, Squid Game. Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's
Round
pretty
6
good.
Is in Portuguese.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
Translate for Portuguese, Round 6. So, and I just finished watching You.
Oh, cool. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've heard good things about that as well. So that's great. Actually, I do have one more question, just because you're at American Top Team. Has Dan Lambert tried to drag you to one of those AEW shows? I know you're your whole team, Junior Dos Santos, Arlovsky, Austin Vanderford. They're all going to the pro wrestling shows for AEW. Does that interest you at all?
Nah, not right now. Maybe in the future.
That'd be cool to see you on one of those shows.
Just focusing on on my UFC fights, and that's what I'm
focus on.
My focus on. Yeah, I think that thing's not easy, man. I think you need to train really hard if you want to do that.
Yeah, and you got to it's really, really tough to do, but Yeah, and in the meantime, we'll watch you fight Joel Alvarez coming up here November 13th, UFC Fight Night. Thiago, always a pleasure, man. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
I want to thank my supplement sponsor on it. And if you guys want to follow me on social media, Thiago Moises, MMA, and all social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.